Hi. So I'm gonna make this video for somebody out here who I feel needs it. I just really felt like something was placed on my heart to make this video, so I'm gonna do my very best here to say a couple words that I feel could make someone feel comfort during this difficult time. This is gonna be a video for twin flames who have either broken up or who are in separation and you're waiting to get back with your twin, or this also could be a video for people who maybe your twin flame is taken, maybe your twin flame is married to somebody else, maybe your twin flame is in another relationship, or maybe you are. Okay, maybe you're watching and you are in a new relationship with somebody else, and you and your twin are not talking. Regardless of whatever stage, whatever phase, whatever situation you have going on, I just want to say a couple words from the heart because I have myself been through separation many times. I could swear, after the second time, that we wouldn't, have separation again. But of course, that did happen because we were not ready, and things did not gel together and come together as they should have after the second separation, unfortunately. But everything does happen for a reason, okay? So I just want to say a couple words that I just feel like maybe can help you. Whether you're a guy watching or a girl, okay? I want you to know that you deserve love, okay? I want you to know that you deserve to be happy. I want you to know that during this difficult time, it's really, really, or not difficult time, because, depending upon what's going on in your life, maybe you're having a great time. Maybe you're having you're in a good space. You see what I'm saying? Um, I want you to know that it's really important to follow your intuition. It's really important to listen to your spirit guides. It's really important to listen to your heart as well. Our heart can say so many things that our mind can't conceive of. You see what I'm saying? So, whatever you're feeling right now, just allow it, okay? If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like laughing, laugh. If you feel like just kind of being numb, then, and not really showing any emotion, that's also fine. We all deal with separation, breakup in a different way. Um, and from my own experience, I recently have just broken up with my twin. We both did, really. And you have to just really look towards the future. You can never say never. You can never say never. There could be some people out here who, maybe you're married and your twin is also married. Have you ever considered being friends, right? Like, think about it. It's not just romantic, right? You can be friends with your twin flame, platonically, okay? There is people who are twin flames, I believe, who are not romantically involved. That is a possibility, okay? So if you're watching and you're wondering what you can do, or, what you think is appropriate, even though you guys are not together, consider something very light, you know? If you're feeling your twin flame's pain, if you're feeling pain, you feel led to. But I think it's just also really important to understand that, we have seasons in life. We all have seasons in life. So, with that said, some people more than others are not going to be with their twin, for months on end, and that's okay. You have to just kind of sit back and look at why that's happening. Perhaps you should really think about, why that's happening, why the separation has occurred. If you're watching and you're not really sure why you guys are not talking, you're not really sure why you guys are not together, ask God. Call upon whoever you want to call upon. Get some answers in any way you need to, in order for you to move on, because separation is really about leveling yourself up. Separation is really about getting some time to do the stretching that's necessary in order for you to be the best person you can possibly be. So if you're using your time in separation to cry, and to mourn, that's natural, okay? If you fell in love with your twin, for example, before separation happened, or separation just happened, and you are so madly in love with your twin, just understand that if you guys are meant to come together, sooner than later, that it will happen, okay? Separation can be over before you know it, right? But if you're watching, right, and you and your twin have broken up, and you're also mourning, and you're also wondering why this has happened, I really encourage you to look at like the bigger picture. I really encourage you to kind of take a bird's eye view on this, and really like ask yourself, the deep questions, like what was your twin exhibiting to you? What were you exhibiting to your twin? Like, really think about the process, because there obviously has been things that have happened, and maybe not until you get centered and quiet and by yourself can you really put the puzzle pieces together and fully understand like the bigger picture here. Maybe you were busy with work. Maybe you needed to have some time to heal. Maybe your twin needed some time to figure their life out. It's important to give them that space, okay? Especially if you have a twin flame who you feel is not awakened, okay? Does not have anything together. Like, just to be nicely, just say it nicely, your twin flame's a hot mess, okay? Let's just keep it real. Suppose your twin flame is a hot mess, and your twin flame is the exact opposite of what you need in a partner. Well, that's why, okay? So, not to that all the twin flames, separation or breakups are not on the straight and narrow, but chances are there was something about your twin, or something about you got the way you guys communicated or got along, that wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? If it was working, you'd be together with them. I would with my twin. So it's important to just accept what is. It's really important to accept what is. It's really important to honor the situation, bless the situation, give it to God. It's also really important to connect with angels at this time, the angelic realm. That will bring you a lot of positive light, a lot of positive healing. I definitely recommend meditation. If you've never meditated in your life, if you've never ever meditated properly in your life, teach yourself, okay? Like, read, look at videos. This is the time for you to be happy. This is a time for you to be centered. If you're going through a lot of problems with your twin, you have to understand that it wasn't working, okay, for a reason, and maybe the separation or this breakup is to help you guys individually become who you need to be and stronger, in order for you both to come back together. Because I can guarantee you this: if you and your twin are meant to be, you will be. You will end up together. You will have kids if you want kids. You will get married if you want to get married. It will happen for you, okay? So that alone should make you take a big deep breath, okay? Understand that if you guys are meant to be together, it will happen. Okay, it will happen. And if you guys are not for a period of time, or you guys go your separate ways and marry somebody else or live with somebody else, that's also a part of just your destiny, your plan. Okay, that's just how things have to be. There's not much you can do. I think it's really important to understand that with breakup and with separation, because they're two different things, that while you are apart, to not focus on what the other person is doing as much. And I know that sounds like foreign, but no, seriously, like, when you and your twin are not together, whether it's separation or breakup, and you guys are still on talking terms or not, it's really, really, really crucial to not stalk, to not fiend over your twin, to not want to obsess, to not want to question what they're doing, to watch what they're doing. It makes your twin feel intrusive, okay? If your twin is doing it to you, you know what I'm talking about, okay? If your twin is doing this, is doing that to you, looking at your social media, asking you 1,000 questions, you have experience, right? You know that it doesn't feel good. So regardless if you're on the end of receiving that or actually doing that to your twin, it's really important to respect boundaries, to respect space, okay? I've had this problem as well. The way I handle it is I give it to God. I reach out to my spirit guides and I say, listen, I need to feel protected right now. I need to feel better right now. I need to feel happy right now. And instantly I feel 1,000 times better. Why? Because I've released the situation. Now, one of the hardest parts of a breakup or a separation with your twin is the emotions, is the telepathy, is the dreams, is the visitations, is the signs and synchronicities. Okay, that is the hardest part of separation or a breakup, is when you could still feel that person. Now, what's important is to observe, right? So just like when you're conscious and you're aware of yourself, it's the same kind of thing where you observe it, but you don't soak in that. Okay, so like if you're feeling your twin's pain, or if you're feeling your twin trying to connect with you but you don't want to connect with them, or you need space or they need space, it's really important. Like, for example, if you're trying to reach out to your twin, right, maybe you're the one trying to reach out to your twin and pull them back in, and they're not responding. Well, if they're not responding, that means they're not ready. That means they don't really want to talk to you, or they need time. Okay, so I know it's a very hard thing to grasp. Believe me, I know. But in order to not get caught up and hurt yourself and hurt your twin, or in order to not create more problems for yourself, it's very important to release it, to totally surrender to it and just let it go. Because if you don't, you're gonna feel pain. If you don't, you're gonna obsess. If you don't, your twin may obsess over you. Your twin may stalk you. Your twin may try to sabotage your relationship. Like, a lot of really negative, lower energy things can happen if both twins are not doing this correctly, I would say, and are not careful of the energy that they're giving out. Okay, so other twins are more disciplined than others. Other twins, maybe even yourself, maybe you're a twin watching, and you really respect boundaries. You respect your twin. Hopefully for you and your twin, you didn't have some big blow up. I can't relate. I've had many arguments with my twin. I've had many outbursts with my twin. So, some twins, have been doing this longer than others, so they kind of know how their twin reacts. They kind of know what to expect. You see what I'm saying? So if this is not the first time you've been in separation, then I would definitely recommend for you to look back on the patterns, right? If this is not the first time that you and your twin have separated, and you're in a bad place, reflect back to the other separation and reflect back to how you guys got back together. So, going back a little bit to think about, to acknowledge that you guys were apart but you were back together. Just that one moment of realizing that can propel you forward. So what I'm saying is, don't get caught up in the past. Don't get caught up in being stuck in the past. Like I said, if you're in separation, which is different from breakup, if you are in separation and you want to get back together, doing that 1 second remembrance of knowing that you guys will be back together will help you feel present. Okay, it will help you remain present, because you know that very, very soon, the next month, the next week, you guys will be back together. So if I'm talking to twins in separation, you have a big job to do, but it's easier for you, because you know that, whether it's weeks or months, or hopefully not years, but weeks or months, you guys will be back on talking terms and back together. Now, if you are broken up with your twin and you are seeing other people, you're married, that's a different can of worms. I would definitely say, when it comes to twins who are married, you have to respect that. Okay, if there's children involved, you don't want to cross the line. The last thing you want to do is hurt someone's child, hurt your twin's children, or have your twin hurt your children, or mess up your marriage, mess up your child's life, mess up your own union, your own happy home. At that point, I feel like it would be devastating. Okay, obviously, if it's you or your twin, if someone's gone off and gotten married, obviously, obviously that's devastating. But the reality is, once again, just like a breakup, you have to accept it. There's really nothing else you can do, because if you are at that moment, standing over that mountain, okay, standing on that mountain looking over, and you haven't accepted what is, you haven't been able to just accept that maybe just maybe my twin is with someone else, and maybe just maybe if you are with someone else, your twin has to accept that. Like, there's nothing else he or she can do. Okay, and that's a very tough pill to swallow, but I think that all twins that go through the highs and the lows and the separating and the breaking, like you have to look at it from a point of view that anything can happen. Okay, especially if your twin already has children or you have children from someone else. Exactly, at that point, you know in your heart, if you're being honest, that anything can happen. Okay, anything can happen. All right, tomorrow is not even promised to any of us. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So that's why I'm saying it's so important to remain positive and to remain present and to not get upset. Okay, so if you're watching this video and your twin is married to somebody else, it's really important to not get upset. It's really important to not, beat up yourself, okay? Because the thing is, you know, there may be that space because somebody needs to grow. That's like the only thing that I can honestly think of. You both probably need that time alone, or need that time to grow, or need that time to go get a dream job, or to expand your career, or it could be so many things. Like, it could be so many things, but what I'm saying is life still continues. Life is still ticking. Every moment, every hour is still going, and you're in this present body, you're in this present energy, and life is going, and the last thing you want to do is look back on all those years you've cried and have been upset about and say to yourself, I never did anything that I wanted to do. Why not? Why should we look at separation or breaking up as a bad thing when it comes to twin flames? Because you know that your twin is always going to be a part of you, right? I mean, damn, your twin is you. Your twin is you. So when you look at it from that perspective, you don't feel like you're void of something. You don't feel like you're empty of something. Now, obviously, twins who are married to somebody else, your twins married to somebody else, at that point, I mean, I'm saying, if that is the case, there's nothing you can do when it comes to marriages. I would definitely advise against sabotaging someone's marriage. I would definitely advise against somebody trying to fight their partner. Um, that's not going to end well either way. If your twin has chosen someone else, or you yourself have chosen to be with somebody else, your twin has to respect that. There's nothing else to say, because in a regular, soulmate connection, if your soulmate, left you, or you left your soulmate to go find someone else or to be with somebody else, at that point, that soulmate of yours cannot stop you. You have free will, you have free choice. So it's not only about being present, it's also about respecting boundaries. Your twin respecting your boundaries. Your twin respecting that they hurt your feelings, right? That they disappointed you, they let you down. And that's something that twins in separation, or twins that are no longer together, and are seeing other people, have to accept. It's a harsh reality. Your twin, if your twin has to accept, if your twin messed up, if your twin, I'm only talking to those right now. If your twin did mess up, right? Your twin has to accept that they messed up, and that's why you're not together. You see what I'm saying? Or if you're watching this video and you messed up, like you know that you messed up with your twin, you have to accept that and you have to move on. Whether moving on means crying your eyes to sleep, or whether moving on means getting blackout drunk, or moving on means becoming a nun, or moving on means sending a dozen roses and then blocking their number, so be it. Like, whatever it means for you, whatever it means for your twin, it is what it is. But the reality is that when a relationship has come to a close, or when two twin flames are in separation, it is for a reason. I can guarantee you it's for a reason. So if you're in separation right now and you've always said to yourself, this separation makes no sense, why am I in separation, I hate it here, then you're not seeing reality. Like you're not accepting that there's something wrong, or in another case, if your twin has pulled away from you, it could be that maybe you were doing everything right, maybe you were doing everything you possibly could, right? Maybe you were giving a lot, right? But your twin was not, and now you guys have not had any communication. Well, you're standing up for yourself. At that point, at that point, you are standing up for yourself, because what you're basically saying is, I'm not going to keep giving to somebody who's not going to give to me, right? So it could be 1,000 things, but what I know for sure from my own experience, my own journey, my own connection, is that when separation occurs, it definitely occurs for a good reason. It does not occur because of petty things, small things. It occurs because one person either is not awake, or is off track, or has a lot of drama. And quite frankly, God sometimes protects us from things that we don't even see. Sometimes God takes us away from our twin, or God shields us away from our twin, if it has to be, because maybe your twin is into bad things, or maybe your twin is in a dark time in their life. And you're not, right? Like, you're doing well, but your twin is doing horrible, and maybe your twin is just not ready for you. So then at that point, God says, okay, your twin is messing up, or your twin is not listening to you, or your twin, it doesn't want to be with you, and is distracted, and is stuck in the matrix, and can't unplug, and can't wake up. Then of course, the tower is gonna fall. Shit's gonna hit the fan, because God is looking down at you two, saying, what's going on here? I've given this man, I've given this woman to this person, and they've treated them badly. That's it. We're going to stop it. So sometimes God protects you from things, or from making certain decisions that, at the moment, you don't understand. But then as time goes along and you look back, you say, okay, well, that's why. Like, that's why I was protected, or that's why my twin didn't talk to me, because they had financial issues, or they had their spirituality was amiss. Their inner compass was gone. Maybe your twin is sleeping around. Maybe your twin is distracted, or maybe you're distracted. Maybe that you were distracted from your twin, and you were not honoring the connection. So then at that point, the tower fell. Separation occurred. So it's not just, it's not something small. And if it is something small, then chances are you and your twin will be back together very shortly. I mean, if you guys had a falling out over something very, 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 very small, then that means that most likely it's just a chink in the chain. It's just a rough patch. It's just a simple rough patch. And before you know it, you'll be talking and kissing and hugging all over again. Okay? So just be easy on yourself. Just take it easy. This connection is one of the hardest, what if not the hardest there is, when it comes to romance, when it comes to I mean, across the board, it is very hard. They are your mirror. Okay, you are their mirror, and a lot of enlightenment, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of information, a lot of downloads happen during separation. A lot of times, a lot of just self-realization can occur, if you let it. That's why I'm saying, I encourage you to not get caught up in the pain, to observe the pain, to to honor the pain, honor the sadness, but then say, okay, I'm gonna switch my tune, I'm gonna change the channel, I'm gonna switch my focus here, and look at what I can control. Look at what makes me happy. Because you don't have to be sad. The reality is, you don't have to be sad. You don't even have to cry. You don't even have to miss your twin. I mean, to keep it 100 buck. I think after one of the separations I had with my twin, I can recall that it was pretty clean. It was a clean separation. A lot of work had to be done. And I also want to say that when you feel that a lot of work has to be done, honor that feeling as well. Okay, like, if you're in person, if you are in person with your twin, and you can feel that your twin needs a lot more work, or you can feel that you need work, something in you is calling you to work on yourself, that's separation. You can guarantee that separation will probably follow up after that. It sounds sick, it sounds sad, but it's really not, because you'll get signs. You will get signs from the universe, okay, that separation is about to happen. I felt it. I'm pretty sure you felt it. So you will know, like, you will see in your twin that there's something scared in them, or they're scared, or they're not really awake, or they're questioning life, they're questioning their job, they're questioning their self-value. As soon as that happens, you or your twin needs work. You and your twin needs to really get down to business. And it's not a joke, because until you do, there's gonna be that gap. There's gonna be that feeling of not enough, not enough, it's not enough, it's not, and you're gonna be clasping at straws. And that's a really bad, when you feel you're clasping at straws and you're clasping for air, you're trying to grab for union, and you don't feel that it's happening. That's for a reason, and the universe will give you signs to take heed. Like before my second separation, I could feel it. I was feeling it. I could physically feel it in my body before it happened, and it wasn't a good feeling, but I knew that it was going to happen. It was hard at first, but as time goes along, you begin to, like I said, you honor it, you observe it from afar, and you move on with life. You move on, you continue to work, you continue to be with your friends, you continue to network, you continue to be a better person, you continue to enhance your life, you just continue. It's so important to not get stuck in that, because if you get stuck in that, then you feel like the whole world's against you, and you feel like there's nothing you can do. It's really important to not feel like that. You see what I'm saying? Because then you feel like you become a victim. You become a victim of it, and you say, "Why me? Why is this happening to me?" But then you're missing so much sight. At that point, you're not even realizing how much time you're wasting. Where you could be in union if you focus on yourself. Okay, so it's a very, very hard pill to swallow. Experience will teach you these things. I've gone through it. I met my twin I met my twin flame in the first month of 2017. 2017, you heard that right. So it's been a while, not as long as other people, but it's been a while. And there's many, many highs and many, many lows. And through every season, you have to honor the season you're in. And every season and every situation that your twin is in, you have to honor it, because if you don't, you will feel like a victim. If you don't, you will get upset. If you don't, you will beat up yourself, you will beat up your twin, you'll get angry, you'll get bitter. And that's not what God wants you to do. What God wants you to do is change your perspective. Change your perspective. Look at it from their point of view. Step in your twin's shoes. Step in your twin's shoes and imagine what your twin is going through. Imagine the feelings your twin is feeling. Every time you feel sad, they feel sad, most likely, okay? When you feel happy, they feel happy. So like I said, getting into clearing your energy, clearing out just negative energy, and decluttering your house, your apartment, your condo, wherever you live. Get a clear space to get a clear head, right? And look at it as a time for you to work on yourself. What did you always want to do? Did you always want to travel? Did you always want to paint? Did you always want to open up a coffee shop? Did you always want to go back to university? Like, think of it like that. Think of it like that. Like, okay, well, now I have time for myself. Now I don't have to worry about texting my twin 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's great, try to make it feel light. Try to make a breakup or the separation feel as light as possible, because when you do, then you're able to say, okay, I'm going to shift my focus, I'm going to shift my perspective back to myself. I'm going to give all that attention to myself. I'm going to fill up my own cup. I'm not going to have my cup on E, right? Or my gas on E, for example. I'm going to put that gas in that tank. I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride into the sunset. I'm going to make things happen, because life stops for no one. You notice that? You notice how life stops for no one? Someone could get divorced tomorrow and life still carries on. The bills still come in the mail. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter for how long or short. It's for a reason, and it's there to give you time to work on yourself. Now, if you're watching me and you're saying to yourself, well, I don't have anything to work on, I don't want to work on myself, I'm tired of that. Well, then you can definitely expect the reunion to take longer, because if that's the energy that you have, chances are your twin has the same energy. Chances are your twin is in the same energy of, well, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to work on myself. I don't really care about this. And then watch. stalking occurs, obsessing occurs, all the nasty things that you don't want will occur when either you or your twin are in this energy of, well, I don't have to do anything. I'm perfect. I'm fine. I don't have to do anything. And that's pride. That's ego talk. That's your ego barking at you to come back to the dark side. You don't want to listen to that voice. What you want to do is ignore that voice and say, nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. So long story short, right? It's what you make of it. It's what you make of it, and it's how you see it. It's how you see it. There has been some twins who, in separation or from a breakup, have gone on to have families, have gone on to get degrees, have gone on to up their skill or to get a promotion. There's twins I hear who have gone on to open their own YouTube channel, to write a book. Like, some people make the most of it, and others don't. And the truth is, it's up to you. It's really up to you. Like you could be single for as long as you want, or you could get in a relationship tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? There is no rules. I always say there's no rules to how you cope with it. It's what you want to do. And I'm never going to be on here and tell you that you can't do anything you want to do, to better yourself, to make yourself feel whole again. Okay? So whether it's crying for days or not, or whether it's dating somebody else, it's whatever you feel comfortable with. No one can tell you what you should do. So honor how you feel, honor your feelings, go deep, go way deep. Give yourself permission here to go way deep. Ask the tough questions. 2211. Ask 222. Ask the tough questions, give yourself permission to feel the pain, feel the loss, but then to carry on, okay? Because I could tell you, like I said, there was one separation I had where it was a clean separation from my twin, a very clean separation. And I'm not going to lie, for 8 months forward, he was always in the back of my mind. I could always still feel him every now and then, but I was dating. I was dating other people, and I'm sure, and he was too, I'm sure. And it wasn't until I felt like we were being pulled to come back together, where I felt the shift in the energy. So like, if you are seeing other people, or you are trying to get out here or network or whatever, when the time is right for you both to come back together, what I also want you to know in the back of your mind is you will feel it. Just like how you'll feel the separation coming up, or if there's needs to be an ending, a breakup of some sort, you will also feel that too. Okay, so you're gonna feel it. You're going to feel, when there's a certain cycle ending or a certain cycle beginning in your life, with your twin or without your twin. You will see, if you honor, like I said, if you honor how you feel, if you honor the season you're in, if you honor that there's work to do, you will not ignore the signs. You will not say, oh, that's just wishful thinking. You'll believe it. You'll feel it, and then before you know it, your twin reaches out to you, you reach out to your twin. So you will feel it. Maybe the water sign twin flames would know what I'm talking about more than the other ones. So if you're like an earth sign or like an air sign, maybe you need to read some books about how to use your intuition if you feel like you need to. Nothing to be ashamed of, but if you feel like you need to read more into like how to discern certain seasons in your life or certain feelings, go ahead and do that, because it will help you. It will definitely help you understand what's going on a bigger scale. You see, on a bigger scale. So absolutely, you will feel it. You will feel it when you're about to come back together. You will feel when you're about to draw away. You will feel it, and your twin will feel it too. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful connection. It's a very hard connection, but it's still very beautiful, and I just want you all to be happy. I just want you all watching to be happy. And whatever makes you happy is what you should do, to be honest with you. Whatever makes you feel happy and makes you feel good is what you should do. And, no one should tell you that you shouldn't, see someone else, or no one should tell you that you shouldn't be happy. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be depressed away from your twin. A lot of times we feel self-pity. We feel self-pity. And sometimes we put it on ourselves, because we feel like if we're not feeling sad, that we're doing a disservice to our twin. But in reality, your twin is living their own life. Your twin should be living their own life, and you should too. So like I said, when you guys come back together, you'll feel it. Nothing to worry about. Just trust the process. Trust that God has your back. Trust the universe has your back and wants what's best for you. And want what's best for yourself, whether it's trying to get back together right now or not. You will know what to do if you trust how you feel, your intuition. You seek guidance, you seek answers, and I guarantee you, you will find the right path. You will find the answers you're looking for. Okay, so I hope this video can help you. I really, really do. God bless every single one of you. If you want to catch any more of my videos, please make sure to tap the bell, thumbs up, and subscribe, because I go live a lot. And if you don't subscribe, you will not be able to see my latest videos or polls. I do polls all the time. I ask my subscribers, what do you want to see? What do you want me to talk about? So if you don't subscribe and you're not really in the loop, all you're gonna have to do to find my videos or the videos I make on Twin Flames is you have to search it. You're gonna have to search everything all the time, and that's kind of annoying. So if you just subscribe, whether you see a video of mine months from now or hours from now is up to you. Okay, so I would love to have you join the family. And it's been great to make this video for you, and I just really hope that this could give you guys some guidance. And from experience, I know it's hard, but trust me, looking at it from a brighter side, it makes you a very strong person. And you're gonna feel on top of the world. I'm serious. Like once you accept that you can handle this and that you will get through this hard period of time, you're gonna come out on the other side a champion. Okay, so thank you for watching. God bless you. Take care. Bye. All the best.